Let's start with Madeleine Rivera in Washington with the latest on what's going on in Syria and the reaction in Washington. Maddie, good morning.
Good morning, Carly. President Biden is looking at the situation in Syria with cautious optimism. The U.S. is waiting to see what leadership group will fill the vacuum left by President Bashar al-Assad.
It's a moment of historic opportunity for the long-suffering people of Syria to build a better future for their proud country. For years, the main backers of Assad have been Iran, Hezbollah, and Russia. But over the last week, their support collapsed, all three of them, because all three of them are far weaker today than they were when I took office.
You heard the president there taking some credit for the toppling of Assad. He's referencing the support the U.S. has given to Ukraine and Israel, which he says has shifted the balance of power in the Middle East. Moving forward, the president says the U.S. will engage with different Syrian groups, though he notes some of the rebels have their own ties of terrorism. Administration officials also say they need to make sure there is no resurgence of ISIS. To that end, yesterday, the U.S. launched dozens of strikes on more than 75 ISIS targets in central Syria. General Michael Eric Kurilla says there should be no doubt we will not allow ISIS to reconstitute and take advantage of the current situation in Syria. The U.S. has another priority, securing the chemical weapons possessed by the Assad government, preventing them from getting into the wrong hands. Still, the Biden administration says it has no intentions of intervening militarily. On that point, the administration and President-elect Trump agree. Trump says the U.S. should stay out of the fight in Syria, and like the president, he believes Russia's abandonment of Assad led to his downfall. Trump says now is the time for Russia to negotiate a ceasefire deal with Ukraine. Carly.
All right, Madeleine Rivera live for us in Washington. Maddie, thank you so much. Let's bring in research fellow at the Foundation for Democracies, Defense of Democracies, Hussain Abdul-Hussain. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So this rebel group that has taken over is a designated terrorist organization that had links to al-Qaeda. So how does this news out of the Middle East impact us here at home?
Good morning, Carly. Well, we saw the president, the chief of this organization, coming on an interview and promising that he has changed and regretting what he's done in the past to an extent, saying that he was too young and immature. He almost said all the right things, but we can't really judge him by his words. We have to wait and judge him by his deeds. So far, I don't see any alarming signs for us here at home, but we never know what happens. We're still too early on, and things are still changing at a rapid pace at this point.
So yesterday, the U.S. launched airstrikes against ISIS camps inside Syria, and the message being, don't even think about reconstituting and using this crisis and turmoil as an opportunity. When it comes to ISIS, where are we right now?
Well, ISIS has been trying to reconstitute for a long time. The fact that we had targets and we had not taken them out for some time tells us that we've been monitoring them, that they have been trying to come back, and that we still have them on the radar, which is a good point. We have them. We're still focused on ISIS. I don't see them really coming back as they did in the summer of 2014, but they are certainly a threat. And with a new Islamist group taking over in Damascus, I think they might think that this is the good opportunity for them to come back and to start doing whatever they were doing 10 years ago.
So you just heard President Biden say that the reason this has happened is because Iran and Russia has been weakened. Should the Biden administration take credit for the toppling of Assad in that way?
I wouldn't say that they should. Most of the steps along the way that got us here, mainly the fight that Israel has launched against the proxies of Iran, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Hamas in Gaza, the administration has not been as supportive. The administration has always called on de-escalation and sort of a band-aid solution in that part of the world. The Israelis thankfully didn't listen, and they went after Iran and its proxies, and this is the result. So I wouldn't say that the Biden administration should be taking for whatever is happening now.
So Israel and Syria share a border. The New York Times is reporting that Israeli ground forces crossed into Syria for the first time since 1973. What is the significance of that, and what does this shakeup in Syria mean for Israel?
Israeli posture tells us that the Israelis are not really optimistic, that they are nervous. The fact that they gave up on the deal that they had with the Syrian government suggests that they do not think that what we have now in Damascus is anything similar to the government that entered into the agreement of 1973, 1974. So the Israelis are taking precautions, and I think they're acting independently in preemptive self-defense. There are no signs that things are bad at the border yet, but it is always good to act preemptively than to wait for the terrorists to come after Israelis.
Well, we know that Assad is in Moscow now after fleeing Syria. He's being given asylum there. And it seems like the fall of the Assad regime happened in a similar way that bankruptcy happens, very slowly and then all of a sudden. Hussain Abdul-Hussain, thank you so much for joining us, helping us understand all of this as it unfolds. We appreciate you very much.